You're in luck because I buy houses. All you have to do is call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pin, 901-406-1101, or just save it in your phone. Bill at I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses buys houses in any area, in any condition, at any time, as simple as that. I Buy Houses is guaranteed to close in 5 days. So if you need your cash fast, just call Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Has your house been on the market? Were you just tired of renters? Or is it just time to start over? Well, avoid repairing, cleaning, painting, and prepping your house. Just pick up the phone and call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses. If you're in Southwind, South Memphis, North Mississippi, North Memphis, Collierville, if you can hear this, just call my friend Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Now, here is your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
Yo, welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy, Johnny Radio. I hope you're fired up for this week, because I am. Jay Morgan's in the house with me.
I'm here.
Jay, are you fired up about this weekend?
I'm fired up, John. You know what I noticed over the past couple weeks, though, watching sports?
That I'm good at them?
Well, that you're great at them because you're a great gambler. But furthermore, your opening song, your intro song, like every hockey team, half the basketball teams in the fourth quarter when it's time for the fans to get hyped, they play that song.
Man, see, I'm connected to the people, baby.
Exactly.
To the people. What a crazy weekend in sports, by the way. Just because I love to boast. And if you have been listening to me, you might be going to the Virgin Islands like me, going to St. Thomas, St. John's. You know why I'm going out of town?
Why is that, John?
Because I do nothing but win.
Only pick winners.
16 straight winners in a row, bro.
That's right, man.
Dude, we could have paid for your Christmas and some.
I can't believe that that's not a stretch of the truth. I can't believe that's truly what happened.
Oh, I know. It's
unbelievable.
It's 100%. It's recorded fact.
We have the receipts. It's crazy.
Not only do we have the receipts, I have the receipt to the resort that I bought my Christmas present.
Yeah, you got the money to prove it too.
Yes, I got the Kiz Ash. I'm so excited, dude. I'm so fired up. I'm going to the Virgin Islands in April when y'all are going to be freezing.
The U.S. Virgin Islands or the British Virgin Islands?
No, U.S. I'm going to St. Thomas for the first couple of days and then St. John's.
I see.
And then we'll come back.
They did great work, those Saints.
Man, you ain't lying. Saints did some work last night, didn't they?
Those Saints did do work.
Dude, I was so scared to put it on the money line, so I took them plus the points. And I'm happy that I won. I had a really good day, actually.
Won either way. Really?
As crazy as it was, I knew some dogs were going to come in, hit some dogs. The morning games were a little bit rough on me. The afternoon games were straight money. But the funny thing is I thought the Packers were a lock. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to beat Baltimore. Tyler Huntley's playing. Tyler Huntley, second-year quarterback out of Utah. Dude's playing like Lamar Jackson. In fact, actually played better than Lamar has in the last few games. Fewer interceptions, fewer turnovers. Ran the offense extremely well.
Why don't the Jets go get Tyler Huntley? He'd be like the best quarterback in the history of the game.
Man, well, Zach Wilson wasn't bad for 3 quarters this weekend.
Yeah,
but I will say,
Tua wasn't good either.
Tyler is looking for a gig. He's auditioning, and the Baltimore Ravens won't be able to keep him very long. But we got to talk a ton of NFL football because you know what's going on tonight, don't you?
What's going on tonight?
We got Monday Night Football on steroids.
Two of them.
Yes, it's twice as big. That's exactly what she said on the radio this morning.
And because that's a great way to put it. And because they can't compete with ESPN, we get 4:00 football.
That's what I was getting ready to say. 4:00 Central Time football. By the way, do you know we have a bowl game to play today?
Well, I didn't. What
Yes,
game is
bowl
today?
season.
Yeah. For those of you who can't see what's happening and only heard the sucking in, that's John pantomiming a bowl.
Yes, dude, me hitting a big old fat rip, dude. Oh my goodness. Not a gator tail, a fat rip. Because at 1:30 today we have Tulsa and Old Dominion, and I got some great stats to give y'all. Tulsa and Old Dominion. We will definitely be playing this game. I, by the way, am in Fuego on the bowl games. Been taking tons of dogs. Did not go with T-Money on BYU because they were old. Took UAB. Loved that.
Good pick.
Very good one. But
do you have MTSU?
I did not play Middle Tennessee. No, I did not. I did not play Coastal Carolina. I played Northern Illinois. Remember, that was one of our 15th wins. And they should have won the game because the officials screwed up the clock. Did you see this game?
So why? I don't understand why the clock ran off while the guy's still standing over the football.
The ump standing over the umpire standing on the football. He's standing over the football. They're supposed to wind the jump when he gives the signal. He gives the signal and takes off, and there's already zeros. The 2 seconds ran off.
So why can't they redo that, I wonder?
Because everybody ran on the field and took off, and these guys were like, hey, this is bowl season. Peace. Hasta mañana. Buenos dias. Like, we are going to Hawaii, man, with David Lotion. Going to watch the Tigers beat up on the Rainbow Warriors.
You sound like Carlos Mencia.
Yes, sir, man. I don't play no game. But how about Louisiana dropping Marshall like a bad habit?
Is that right?
Yeah. Liberty just rolled Eastern Michigan. And I told you that the Beavers like to just get pounded on, don't they?
I remember that. I
said, man, the Beavers can take a beating like nobody. They can take a pounding and keep on ticking. They're like a Timex. They just...
Or a Rolex.
You
can't beat a Rolex.
I was going to say, yeah, but you probably are too old to remember this, but they used to do a hockey shot and hit the Timex into the goal.
Is that right?
Yeah, the slogan was Timex takes a licking, keeps on ticking.
Wow, that's a good slogan.
So that's why I call the Oregon State Beavers the Timex team.
Because they can take a licking.
They can take a licking, and they keep on ticking. They got beat by Utah State. It was beautiful. But today we have to take Old Dominion or Tulsa. And let me tell you a little secret. Do you know that we have a bowl game today?
Who plays today?
I just told you. Old Dominion and Tulsa.
The Monarchs. I'm sorry. I blanked out for a minute.
Tulsa, like a pretty good team that's played some, Tulsa has had a tough schedule. Tough schedule.
They played Oklahoma, right?
Dude, they didn't just play Oklahoma. They played Cincinnati. They played man, let me tell you something. This is who Tulsa has played this year. They're 6-6, but 4 of their losses came to teams that won at least 10 games. They played Oklahoma State and the Fighting Mike Gundys. Barely lost the junt. They played the Ohio State. Barely lost the junt. Played Cincinnati, who plays Alabama in the college football playoff. Barely lost that junt. And then, of course, lost to Houston. That's 4 teams that have won 10-plus games. Much tougher schedule. Old Dominion, though, on the other hand, do you know this? They are 5-0 in their last 5 on the field against the spread.
They're in the league that Coastal Carolina's in, right?
Correct. Since changing quarterbacks, Tulsa is 5-0 against the spread. And that's kind of crazy, right?
It is.
But Tulsa, they rushed for 300 yards against Cincinnati. And let me tell you something about Old Dominion. They don't have a great secondary. They don't have a great defensive line or a bunch of linebackers. They got 11 dudes that are playing defense. Tulsa runs right down their throat. We're laying the 9 at 1:30 right here. 17th win on Johnny Radio's Happy Hour by 4 o'clock today.
How many rushes did you say? How many rushing yards did you say they had against Cincinnati?
They had 300 yards rushing against Cincinnati.
Jeez.
It was 297. Okay, I rounded up.
Well, that was a close game too, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So they played some close games. Maybe the best. How many wins do they have?
They have this year. They're only 6-6,
So,
but again,
wow.
4 losses.
Best 6-win team in the country.
Ohio State, Oklahoma State, and Houston. 4 of those losses came against those teams.
Best 6-loss team in the country.
I'm with you right there. But Old Dominion's hot against the number.
Oh, they're hot.
5 straight covers.
Different league though.
Yes, they're not in my league.
Right.
16 in a row is me.
Exactly.
We're going to hit 17. I'm going to give you 18 and 19 today.
Wow. So tomorrow we'll get 20.
Dude,
If we win all
tomorrow
of these, knock on wood.
Let me tell you something about knocking on wood. We got this. Hardwood today. Ooh, we got some funny stories on hardwood. Do we talk about Penny Hardaway and the Tigers during hardwood because we're just going to make fun of them?
It's up to you, John.
Oh, I will say this. I love Dave Woloshin. I love Dave. Dave is very good at his job. He's been great to me over the years. But his take today, that Rick Barnes should be lucky. Maybe Rick Barnes, and I get his logic. Yes, hey, they couldn't, and I hate to be, no, they could not have played. You had 2 players test positive. The NCAA does this thing called contact tracing, and you only have 4 players that are vaxxed that could play. According to what?
According to the head coach.
Oh, no. The head coach, remember, said us that we had 90% vaccinated.
Well, but I'm saying yesterday, according to the head coach.
Yeah, we found out that we only have 20% vaccinated.
Yeah. So
do you know that I'm not the best mathematician, but I'm pretty decent? 90 and 20 percentile, like, that whole 70% in between, that's like a big percentage to get off.
John, so he misspoke the first time, right?
And then he never addressed it again?
And then he said this. So, am I supposed to believe this, or
that he never addressed it again the rest of the year?
No, am I supposed to believe that what he said yesterday is accurate if he also came out and said that the first thing he said
was inaccurate,
was not accurate?
Can I just tell you something? We massacre Aaron Rodgers.
Massacre.
We're like, you lying sack of Joe Rogan following trash.
Talk about it for a week.
Go and find your family and rekindle. Aaron Rodgers is such a dude. His hair, I can't stand it. His what are they? State Farm commercials, they suck.
He's got great hair.
Yeah, no,
and a luxurious beard.
I hate to say this, I have great hair.
So do you, John. Yeah.
Yes, but for you, I'm sure, like when you look at Aaron Rodgers.
Man. Oh boy.
Yes, I bet you your heart starts going flutter.
Emotions stir up inside of me that I can't even explain.
You want a speed dial like what is our hair?
Bosley, Keeps, For Hims, Roman, yeah, you name it.
You know that you want to, like, every time you see him, you just want to call him up, don't you?
No, I don't like those companies. I think they're lying. Anyway, that's not the point.
Well,
no,
yeah.
But I agree with you. I think, it's a sticky situation. Rick Barnes actually came out today and said the reason why he doesn't want to and I'm not taking an opinion here. This is a quote. He said, I don't want to reschedule the game against Memphis because it would be irresponsible to play against a team with that many unvaccinated players.
I agree with Rick Barnes. I have to say, I'm sorry. I agree. Like, let's say this Tiger team just went on a roll and they made the NCAA tournament. And then all of a sudden, contact tracing happened during the NCAA tournament, and you got only 20% of your team vaccinated. Again, you can't force somebody, but you can address it. How do you think that Ole Miss Rebels got their football team 100% vaccinated? How? Again, I'm not a vax guy or anti-vax guy. I don't give a damn.
Don't lie.
I am pro-business.
Right.
I am pro-fans. I am pro-gambling. And I am pro don't go on television or stand at a podium and say something that is 100% BS, and you know it to be BS. Aaron Rodgers, and now Penny Hardaway. At least Kirk Cousins had the cojones to come out and be like, I don't believe in the vaccine. I will sit outside in a plexiglass box while we have meetings if I need to. You know what I mean?
That's actually a great idea.
Dude, in Minnesota, you know how cold it is?
Oh, and that would keep you warm, wouldn't it? It's insulated to your breath.
I don't know if
heats up the box,
you can't see the board because you're breathing.
Exactly. And so then the glass fogs up, and you gotta have a wipe. You gotta have a wipe to wipe it off every now and again. Maybe it's not a great idea.
Yeah, it's not a great idea. By the way, the Vikes play the Bears 7:15 on Monday Night Football. You can hear all the action right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM. We'll talk about that game. Minnesota being a 6.5-point favorite over the Bears in Soldier Field. Kind of like that dog right now. I think that dog's going to hunt tonight.
I kind of agree. That's 6.5 points at home.
That dog going to hunt tonight. And plus, I like the favorite in the first game because you know what the Raiders are going to do? Slap Nick Mullins. Now, the Raiders play the most basic, boring defense in all of professional sports.
Wait, I thought the Browns were the favorite in the first game.
Oh, no, it's switched.
Are you kidding me?
It went from a -3 Browns. Now that Nick Mullins, Case Keenum, 100% out, Bansky's out, all that stuff. You got the Raiders -2.5. Yes. Derek Carr is going to have a field day. Like, dude, I'm taking Derek Carr over Nick Mullins. Now, Nick Mullins did some good things in San Francisco, But he also had George Kittle, a huge offensive line, and a great running game. And he still couldn't, keep Jimmy Garoppolo off the field.
Oh, Jimmy G.
But I will say Nick Mullins might be able to keep Case Keenum, well, actually more like Baker Mayfield off the field for the Browns going forward. Could you imagine if
Take
he goes
their
out
jobs.
There, if he goes out there and has a good day? Do you know what it's going to be like for Browns fans?
They'll be so conflicted.
They'll be like, I love his what is it? What kind of commercials does he do?
Progressive.
Progressive. Dude, like the one that he does with Bernie Kosar.
Oh, that's a great one.
That is hilarious. He's like, yeah, I loved watching. Oh, you look good in that video.
When I was 4.
I loved watching you. I think it was 3, actually. I mean, I'm not a numbers guy like Penny Hardaway. I could get confused here. 90, 20%, 90%. Somewhere in the middle. But Vols fans, by the way, my cousins went up to Nashville. I am so glad I said no.
Yeah.
You know how pissed I would have been if I wouldn't paid for a hotel, went up to Nashville, and then there was no game?
I would have enjoyed, I think, if it was me. I understand what you're saying because you're a Memphis guy and you want to see the Tigers play. I think I probably would have enjoyed the scrimmage. Not as much as I would have enjoyed the game. But I wanted to see those guys. If I went up there, there's a lot of players on that team I wanted to see it and kind of evaluate. And I think that would have been a good opportunity to do that in a unique setting that you don't usually get inside behind the curtains, the locker room, the practice.
Sounds like a guy who was like, dude, just wanted to try meth once, didn't know it was going to lead to this. What are you talking about? I want to go see a scrimmage.
I didn't know it was going to lead to this.
Dude. No, you wanted to see the game.
Right, more than the scrimmage. But I would have enjoyed the scrimmage.
You know what? That's like saying I went home at 2 with the 10. I wake up with 10 at 10 a.m. with the 2. I'd rather gnawed my arm off than wake. Never mind. You know what? Wake her up. So what's up? What's up, man? I thought you were a 10 last night. You're a 10 now. No. The scrimmage is the 2. You wake up in Nashville early in the morning. You go to Nashville thinking you got a 10 because you just beat Alabama.
There's no bad slices of pizza.
You
John.
wake up in Nashville thinking that you got a 2 because your coach is an idiot.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
End of discussion. And Rick Barnes being pissed? Yeah, he's pissed. He doesn't like Penny.
Pissed. Of course he's
I agree
pissed.
100% with what Willow said. Rick don't like Penny.
He does not.
By the way, though, I also loved Eli's tweet. Did you see that this weekend? So he was in Nashville.
Oh, I did see that.
Goes to a bar, and all of a sudden they start playing Rocky Top, and then the Memphis fans drowned it out with, whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Gotta say, man, love Memphis fans. Memphis born, Memphis bred, Memphis, Maine. Love it. But Tigers have very much disappointed me. Grizzlies haven't disappointed.
Tough game last night, though.
You know what, man?
But it was a great game.
I was about to say, come on now. Come on now.
And after the game, I saw a tweet that said this. I watched the entire Chauncey Billups press conference this morning trying to find the audio of this clip. I didn't hear him say it, so take this with a grain of salt. But I saw a tweet that said Chauncey Billups said Taylor Jenkins is doing the best job with this talent of any coach in the NBA right now. I
believe it. Taylor Jenkins has been flat out awesome. And then you had to think to yourself, they just played the Trailblazers last week on the road. They got a good big 113-103 win. The Trailblazers have been losing like nobody's business. Nobody has been just getting beat up by the way the Trailblazers have. They were going to get off the schneid. They're still an NBA team, and they got Dame Lillard, and they got some good players. And it's kind of like if you look at the NFL. Even the Lions have NFL talent.
That's right. That's
the
great comparison.
Arizona Cardinals.
Cardinals are frauds, though, John. I've been saying it all year.
Well, can I ask you this then?
Uh-huh.
So
you don't want to talk more about Nasir Little and Anthony Simons?
Are you saying the Cardinals are fraudulent, or maybe is DeAndre Hopkins the best player that's not a quarterback since, say, Ray Lewis with the Baltimore Ravens?
Well, Hopkins was targeted, 11 times, 12 times yesterday and only caught 5 passes? Those aren't great numbers.
D-Hop didn't play.
Oh, well, then 2 weeks ago, that's what that stat is from.
Dude, D-Hop is...
But he hasn't, I don't think my point is I don't think he's been good. I didn't watch the game, if you can't tell.
I was going to say, you obviously did not watch the game.
But I did see that statistic questioning DeAndre Hopkins this morning.
What do you mean questioning him?
Questioning if he still has enough in the tank.
Because he scored 1 touchdown this season?
Right, and it used to be, you just throw the ball to DeAndre Hopkins'
and he still
direction.
Catches it?
Every time you target him, he catches it. And 12 for 5 catches isn't ideal.
Well, I don't know about 23 for 41 from Kyler Murray. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't do anything. The Lions beat the brakes off of him. Let's just be honest with that.
Who looked like the younger team yesterday?
The younger team? The Cardinals?
The Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that interesting?
Yep. Zach Ertz couldn't even get it done. Christian Kirk caught 9 balls for 94 yards. Nope, wasn't enough. A.J. Green, nope. My man, James Conner did not have a very good game either.
He did, and I picked him in my DraftKings
Yeah,
team.
that didn't work very well for you.
It didn't work very well.
Losing money. I said just stick with my bets.
Yeah,
but you know what, man? We need to get into the leadoff here in just a minute.
Oh, yeah, we do. It's 11:20.
Man, we are just, you know what? We might
there's so much things
there's
happening
so
this
many
weekend.
things happening right now, but we might have to go out there and, do a little secondary leadoff a little bit later. But I want to bring this up, 901-360-8255 to the AutoZone text and listener line. Get in the zone, AutoZone, hit me up. I just want to know what people think today about their Memphis Tigers. You tell me if you're happy, you sad, you think he's like Aaron Rodgers, you think he's worse. Just, go ahead. Let it fly. I will read some of them that I can on air.
As long as you don't curse.
But I will enjoy reading them.
So will I. Please send us all your thoughts.
Now, I have gotten more people from Vols Nation this weekend who basically went AWOL on me. Tigers ruined my Christmas. Yeah.
I think AWOL is when you disappear.
Yeah, and the Tigers disappeared from Bridgestone Arena. Yeah, they're like, what happened? We were supposed to have a game. We drove from Knoxville to Nashville. Oh, we drove from Memphis to Nashville. You left us here holding our bag of goodies with nowhere to go and deliver them. But it is time to get to the leadoff. Let's do this.
Hey, John. I cut off the intro a little bit because we're short on time here.
It's okay, sir.
Did you have a great weekend, John? It sounds like you did. Other than the Tigers.
Man, I bought a trip to the Virgin Islands.
So weekends have get worse than that, I guess.
I won my 16th straight game, patted my pocket, took the Saints last night, which wasn't even a game that I gave on the radio. But, man, I'm just dominating things right now.
You are.
I'm going to dominate today.
John, I got some questions for you
Tulsa
here.
-9.
Tulsa -9. John, I got some questions for you here. They're NFL themed. Yesterday, the Titans lost to the Steelers, 19-13. A terrible game. The Bears played better in Pittsburgh than the Titans did.
First half, the Titans looked like they were balling. By the way, did you know Pittsburgh has not scored in 3 straight games in the first half?
That's ridiculous.
Touchdown, that is.
Right. The Colts also on Saturday beat the Patriots 27-17, John. So I got to ask you about the AFC South. Will the Titans still win this division, or is this the Colts? Are the Colts on their way to win it all? That was bad. That was a bad way to word that question. Will the Colts win the division or the Titans? Is what I'm trying to ask.
Colts have won 2 straight. The record is 9-5 for the Tennessee Titans. Colts are 8-6. Colts just came off beating the brakes off of Bill Belichick. Ho! And let's just remember, this Colts team started the season off 0-3.
I did remember that. They turned it around.
0-3.
Frank Reich's a good coach.
Yeah. Since then, they have gone 8-3. Look strong as all get out. Their losses, of course, 2 losses to the Titans. That's the reason that the Indianapolis Colts may not win the division.
Yeah, you can't tie. They have to win outright.
You have to win outright. And they have games left against the Cardinals, who are going to be really ticked off the day Christmas. They play on the Christmas Day?
Really? That's Saturday.
Yeah. Saturday, you have the Cardinals and the Colts. And I think the Cardinals are going to be a little ticked off. Then you have the Raiders. That's going to be patty cake. Then you have the Jags. That is straight up patty cake, right?
You would think so.
So you're going to go 2-1.
Divisional game, though.
Yeah,
Jags.
throw the records out.
Exactly.
Except for if you're the Jags because you're trash.
They
Even when Urban Meyer's not there, you can't win. Now, this is where the Titans have it, I think, a little tougher. They play a hot 49ers team. They play Thursday night. They play the 49ers, and you know where they play?
In San Francisco.
No, it's in Nashville.
Oh, that's good.
So that's maybe. But have you seen these NFC West teams go into Tennessee and beat the brakes off them? Remember when the Cardinals went to Tennessee, dropped 38 burger all over their face?
Yeah, that's week 1, though. The Saints beat the Packers in week 1. It was a wonky week 1.
Well, I will say, hey, Tennessee went on the road to the Rams, and they won that game. At home versus the 49ers, I don't feel very good. Then they play the Dolphins, who are all of a sudden, the Dolphins are hot.
Are the Dolphins for real, John?
No.
That was my second question.
You know why? Tua is very pedestrian.
He threw his 2 interceptions yesterday were
trash.
Two of the worst passes. I love Tua. I am a Tua supporter.
A touchdown with the ball, and you throw a 5-yard out. Come on.
What are we doing? I mean, it was terrible.
The long side of the field, you just let the cornerback break on it and do a pick 6. That was trash.
I also heard yesterday that Myles Gaskin was there and available to play. He rushed the ball one time.
And it was for like 30 yards.
It was for like 40 yards.
Yeah, it was a big play for me because I know I had the Dolphins to win the game. And I was like, dude, if you don't do this, I'm going to freak out. Because I took the Dolphins when they were down in game to the Jets. Didn't have to give up a whole bunch of points. I actually had the Dolphins minus like 1. So very happy about that situation. Again, my gambling prowess is redonkulous.
John, do I have time for one more question before we go to break?
Of course you
Okay,
do.
last question then. I'm going to ask you this, John. Are you worried about Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars? He is a rookie, and he does not have a good team around him, and he also had a coach that just got fired. So he has had a rough go of it in his rookie year, but do you trust Trevor Lawrence going forward, and would you draft another quarterback next in this coming draft?
Right now, you know who's positioned to have the number 1 pick overall?
Who is that?
The Jacksonville Jaguars after they lost to the Texans this week.
So-
and the Detroit Lions beat Arizona. So all of a sudden, the Jags go from 3 to number 1. Right now, they're sitting in the first pick. They just used the first pick on Trevor Lawrence. Dude, you can't give up on him yet.
I agree.
You had a trash head coach.
But he's also had one of the worst seasons I've ever seen.
Dude, he's thrown 1 touchdown in his last 7 games, man. He's basically really damn bad.
It was in garbage time,
and
too.
it was in garbage time. No, he has looked awful, but you have to think Urban Meyer suppressed his development and growth. This whole year basically has been a wash. Out of the rookie quarterbacks, other than Mac and Cheese, man, that's Mac Jones, who's really just been like, you're like, ooh, man, Zach Wilson's doing it for me.
Zach Wilson made one throw, though, that was incredible, but that's the only throw I've seen from Zach Wilson where I'm like, that guy's really good.
You never looked at Zach Wilson and said, damn, he's the next Aaron Rodgers, did you?
I haven't yet.
Now, I don't look at Trevor Lawrence as the next Aaron Rodgers either.
Neither do I.
And that's because Trevor Lawrence does not lie. But he's also not any good, and he plays for the Jags. The Jags' chance of actually getting better, they had a better chance when they had Gardner Minshew.
I love the Gardy
He took on
Party.
the personality of Jacksonville, the underdog. He fired people up. Look, I'm just sorry to say, like, Trevor Lawrence is going to be one of the most talented guys to come in the NFL, and he's going to go wayward of, like, the Jamarcus Russells and the Ryan Leafs. Not because he has a substance abuse problem, but because he has an organization problem. Sal Khan, horrible owner. Jacksonville, horrible franchise. Stick a plug in it. He's done, baby. Make that money, sunshine, while you can. Coming up next, we got rainbows and all kinds of sweet stuff coming about the Memphis Tigers, I bet, because Terry Davis is on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
This is Gabe Kuhn from Sports Time. I speak for all of us here at 56 when I say we appreciate your constant love and support, and we wish you and your loved ones a happy holiday season. And as always, be sure to listen to me and Stats on your ride home from 3 to 6, right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
So this was going to be one of those central barbecue spots where I encourage everybody to get ribs for people as stocking stuffers.
But?
Well, I was listening to your show.
Oh, really?
Sure, I listen every day. Seething with jealousy. But I heard one of your spots that had the code word big head.
Yeah, that's right.
I always thought you were probably sensitive about the big head thing.
No. I accept that I have a big head.
Huge.
Maybe we should just get back to Central Barbecue.
Well, I'm going to get back to the whole central barbecue makes a perfect holiday gift. But seriously, look at that pumpkin.
Let's just...
I mean, that thing could have its own weather system.
Okay, we get it. Let's get back to...
I know. Central barbecue gift cards are a great stocking stuffer. How the hell do you even buy hats?
I don't.
Get ready to command the season in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. All with Kia's year-end push and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to back them up. 2022 Kia Forte 41 MPG $179, only $27.99 due at signing. Or 2022 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive $199 a month. Or 2022 Kia Sorento $279 a month, both only $34.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. If you're ready to end the year in a big way, come see Bobby J today. He's ready to buy your sleigh and put you in a new Kia. That's Gossett Kia 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sorrento NGO 92178, MSRP $30,875. Sportage N 7017,625, MSRP $25,815. Forte NE 429,506, MSRP $21,035. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 103/21. Dealer stock only.
The soothing scent of Vicks Vapor Rub. It's only one of the most iconic smells ever. That cooling, comforting scent generations of families have come to trust to help them feel better. And now you trust to soothe your family. Pick up some Vicks Vapor Rub in the little blue jar and wrap yourself with the calm only Vicks Vapor Rub can bring. Vicks Vapor Rub. always there for you.
They say this game can take you far. Your moves can take you further. Make moves that start movements.
Hennessy, spirit of the Memphis Grizzlies.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're enjoying life. The fat man comes down the chute Friday night, right? That means he's landing on Saturday. Well, we waking up on Saturday with lots of gifts, right?
Lots of gifts.
Lots of gifts.
Because of old St. Nick.
St. Nick is the man, the myth, the living legend. He's pretty rosy year-round, isn't he?
He's always rosy.
He's
got
always
the
rosy.
That's Rudolph that has the red nose, but
he's got rosy cheeks.
Yeah. Do you think Santa likes whiskey?
Yeah, that's why he's always bloodshot.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think he does. I also think he
and
loves
chunky.
He also loves Tito's.
Oh, he loves Tito's.
That. Tito's handmade vodka. If life hands you lemons, just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with Tito's handmade vodka. It's time to talk with my good friend Terry Davis. Follow him on Twitter at TerryD515. Don't forget he joins me every single Monday at 11:30. We talk Tigers. We talk Grizz. We talk Memphis, Maine. Terry Davis, how's life?
Man, life's good, man. How's it going on your end?
Man, it's actually not that bad. I did have a lot of hate mail and hate tweets and family members. Oh, Saturday morning, man, I woke up. I knew the game was canceled. Not by turning on the television, by looking at all the text messages from my people that went to Nashville. What the hell, John? You're my family, and you didn't even tell us this. I didn't know. Nobody knew, except for Penny Hardaway, that they weren't 90% vaccinated. How are you going to paint? How are you going to paint this picture, baby?
Paint what picture?
I know you always come in here with some rosiness. How are you going to say that Penny didn't lie? He's not like Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, put it this way. Penny did not lie. His players, what his players said, all right, coach, we're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. He just didn't follow up with it. Just like your man, if your producer comes to you and said, Johnny, I'm going blah, 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 blah. And you say, okay, I trust you. You good, right? He ain't going to follow up behind it, right?
I don't know about you, but see, I don't trust anybody. I make sure he shows me the card.
Oh,
dog.
okay.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Yo,
so
sweetheart.
when you're a coach, you got to have trust. You got to have trust both ways.
So when you go out to a bar, you pick up a young lady. Are you going to use the package in your back left pocket? Or are you just going to trust her?
That's different. It depends on what time you pick her up, Johnny.
That's a good point. 2 o'clock, you
pick up 14,
everybody.
you good.
But in all honesty, I've been listening to a lot of people, reading a lot of articles from, listening to your tweets, Isaac Simpson's, Daily Memphian, Commercial Appeal.
I didn't tweet at all.
Oh no, not you. I'm just saying you retweeted somebody or something. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was not you. But the point is, I've been checking everything, and you have a lot of people. Tiger fans are, very upset. It felt like everything was going in the right direction after the Alabama game. They feel like they had a huge opportunity that slipped right through their fingers. They finally were starting to play good basketball. They looked great against Bama, and now you have this huge opportunity against Tennessee in Nashville. Tiger fans playing. They go out of town. They spend money. And then they get up on Saturday morning, and there's no game because of two players, Landers Nolley and Tyler Harris. They tested positive for COVID. How is it that only 4 players could actually dressed out and played? It's because of contact tracing and the rules by the NCAA. So in my opinion, it's a dereliction of duty by leadership over at the University of Memphis, especially their head coach, Penny Hardaway, who came out there and said, even admitted in front of the media, I may have misspoke. I said they were 90% vaccinated. But after that day, I never thought about it or addressed it again. That is, in my opinion, a dereliction of duty.
Nope. And there is not a vaccine mandate at the University of Memphis.
No, there's
correct?
not. No, there's not. But again, did the Ole Miss Rebels get 100% vaccinated?
And I don't know.
Yes, they did. Do you know how? Because they had, their players and their coaches continue to address this situation and urge, bring in scientists, bring in anything. And again, I'm not saying I'm vax or anti-vax or nothing. I'm double tapped.
Mm-hmm.
I like going out in the world. I'm all about if you want to play in a season and make it to the NCAA tournament, you have to put your team in the best position. And you know that COVID and contact tracing can prevent you from playing. If this happens now or happened in the NCAA tournament in March, how horrible would that be if this team actually had the season that we thought? And they just ran through the SEC and they ran through the schedule and they ended up maybe having only 3 losses and got a top 4 seed. And you're all happy.
Question.
And then all of a sudden they get to the NCAA tournament. And you remember Penny said they were 90% vaccinated, but you have to forfeit your game because nobody can dress out. That would be a dereliction of duty.
Question. In the NBA, is everyone vaccinated?
Nope. Utah Jazz, 95%.
Is it mandatory that they be vaccinated?
In California and New York.
But it's not mandatory. They'd be mandatory to be vaccinated to play, correct?
To play, yes. That's like to earn a living. Kyrie Irving's not earning a living.
So they have the options to either take the shot or not take the shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't have the same option in college?
Oh, I know you do. What I'm trying to say is you can't come out there and say your team is 90% vaccinated, and then in the middle of the season, you have your opportunity taken from you. Your fan base was lied to you. Like, if you're a Tiger fan and a Tiger booster, I would be pissed. And I am pissed because you lied to me. If I like Kirk Cousins, number one, first of all, Kirk Cousins, he has gone out there and admitted he will not get vaxxed, yada, yada.
Right.
People made fun of him, but they let it go. Aaron Rodgers said he was immunized. People killed him for a week. So now we're just going to give Penny a pass for lying to us?
But are they still killing Aaron Rodgers, or they stopped talking about it because he's winning?
Because he's winning. Tigers right now ain't playing because they ain't winning.
So when did hippo become non-existent in America?
Okay, I feel what you're saying on hippo. I understand.
Right, well, I'm just saying.
But here's the thing: don't stand up here. Listen, if I stood up at a bar and told you John Holmes ain't got nothing on me, and then I go home and they're like, "What's up, Tinky Winky?" Don't you think that would be false advertisement?
See, first of all, if I was Penny, I would have never addressed the issue. That's my point.
That's a good point.
That I would have never addressed it. I just had the personal position and put it that way. But what it is people always looking for something to blame Penny on. They calling him irresponsible for doing this, and some people saying it's poor leadership. And we don't know the status. I don't know the status of my coworkers. They can go and tell me anything because I'm not performing or entertaining no one. People, we don't worry about that. But because these guys out here entertaining and providing entertainment for the masses, they have a different responsibility, which that's not the case. I'm not mad at the young kids for misleading Penny. You guys are mad. A lot of people are mad at Penny for telling that instead of being mad at the kids for deceiving Penny because they didn't want originally to deceive Penny. Just like Aaron Rodgers told Green Bay Packers.
But say, hold on. No, I have to correct you. This is where, the 100%, the organization knew he was unvaxxed, and so did the NFL.
Right, now, but
now he just lied to the public.
No. But the organization Green Bay knew that Aaron Rodgers wasn't vaccinated, but they allowed him to go on TV and on interviews.
Yeah, because
right.
they admitted they hated media members and wanted them to die.
Correct. So they were in violation for allowing him to do that. Come on, Johnny.
That's true. That is true. But Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I know.
He did take a little bit of a beating, I would say. And I do feel that, Saturday morning, Tiger fans had every right to be ticked. Vols fans had every right to be ticked off.
Most people that was upset were the people that weren't there.
Well, yeah, because our whole Saturday was planned around this game. Like, I didn't go out of town.
The people that actually got up in the morning and drove to Nashville, they won. And they just went there and enjoyed their day. Most of the people who went up there did not complain about the game being canceled. Most of the people complained about the game being canceled, the people at home on Twitter.
I will say one thing. My cousin, though, who went up there for his Christmas present, he said his Christmas present really sucked. He's like,
how many times you got a Christmas present that didn't? All Christmas presents are not great, John.
the ones that I get are. Like I
Really?
yeah,
got some really good
dude.
friends.
No. I'm not talking about people give me good presents. I'm talking about I give great presents.
Oh, my bad. And also, too, let me disprove another myth they're saying that Memphis had to get this game to play against Tennessee because it'll help their resume, but it also could hurt their resume. You go up there and get beat by 30, 40 points, it hurts your resume. Memphis has an opportunity inside the conference because everyone thought the conference was going to suck this year, which it isn't, and they have 4 or 5 quality quad one opportunities left inside the conference. If Memphis goes
like
16-2. Huh?
I love Houston. Don't get me wrong, but Houston scares the bleep out of me.
You think Houston gonna beat Memphis inside of FedEx Forum with a packed arena?
I don't know, man. Maybe that Houston Cougars team. Let's just be real. Samson's got it going on. They're a good basketball team. A lot of people aren't talking about Cincinnati. I know they've lost a few lately, but then they went on a nice win streak. I watched that game. What was it? Cincinnati and who? That was one of the best games of the year. Oh, it's going to drive
Cincinnati and Alabama.
That's it. It was Alabama.
Alabama.
Yes, we did beat Alabama, but Alabama barely beat them. I mean, there's some great games that have happened this year, and I will say that the American is better than a lot of people think. Heck, Central Florida is actually pretty good this year. At least they're saying.
And see, a lot of people use that here now because they on a hot take click. Oh, we got to have that for the resume. No, you don't. You don't have to have that. If you go and do what you need to do in the conference, go 16-2. You'll go in and get an 8-9 seed in the tournament and be done with it. And first of all, you just want to get in the tournament. That's the thing people have been saying. Oh, we just need to get to the tournament. And then if they get to the tournament, we didn't get to the second round. People are looking for reasons to criticize this program. Period.
Right.
Memphis goes 16-2 in the conference. You don't think they're getting a tournament bid? Yes or no?
If Memphis goes 16-2 in the conference, I promise you I'm going to take you to Folks Folly.
But I'm just saying.
I'm just telling you.
If they go
get anything you want, homie.
If they go 16-2, are they going to make the tournament?
Yes, they are. That'd be too
So why is
unbelievable.
saying, we really need this Tennessee win? No, if you take care of business in this tournament, if they play with the chemistry that they played in the Alabama game, no one in this conference can beat them. But on doing a conference game, somebody gonna get you because that's the nature of conference. You're not going undefeated in a conference.
Well, the thing that scares me is until COVID, the only thing that they shared was nothing because they didn't like each other. And then they shared the basketball in the Alabama game. They played great defense. But right now, I mean, this team against Murray State in the second half gave me no hope. The way they played Ole Miss from beginning to end broke my heart. What was Iowa State, the Cyclones? That was embarrassing. And then to lose to Georgia, come on, that's just downright trash.
You focus on the negative, man. What about that 10 minutes they played in Murray State where they looked great?
That ended up as an L, didn't it? 74-72.
Yeah, but you're focusing on the wrong thing. How many teams have gone through the season where you didn't have no ups and downs in the season, where it's just high the whole way?
You know what? I think Lance Armstrong should probably have your view. He's missing one, and he's got to think to himself, you know what? I still have one, so I'm going to be grateful and thankful.
One, he still had a really, really nice relationship with a nice woman, if you know what I mean.
Was it Sheryl Crow?
Yep.
Dude, she's gonna soak up the sun.
hey, but she was in her prime.
Yes, she was. I gotta give him a little bit of credit, okay? Again, I think he was a better racer because of aerodynamics, but hey, we're gonna talk about that on another day. I do need to know before I jump off of Memphis. They don't play today. I mean, they don't get to play against Alabama State?
Yeah, that would have been tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, whatever. Hey, tomato, today, tomorrow, whatever. They can't play against Alabama State. What do you think about Tulane? They closed down their entire program. Are they going to get that one in?
That was 2 weeks ago, and, it only takes 7 to 10 days to come back unless something drastically happens. So, they had the same problem, and you didn't hear no outroar about them. There's a lot of games been canceled, not just Memphis. They'll get that game in and go from there. And they will find at least 1 or 2 more quad one games to play before the end of the year. It'll work out because more games will be canceled. This is not going to be the first and only game canceled this year.
So when March gets up, like when we get ready for March, are you telling us today, December, is it 20th? Look at this, man. 5 days to Christmas, baby. I know my stuff. 5 days before Christmas, Terry D, are you guaranteed the Tigers making the NCAA tournament?
First of all, I'm not guaranteeing anything because, depending on what happened with the schedule. But based on right now, if the tournament was held right now, Memphis will be in the tournament right now because they're 31 in Ken Palm and they're 51 in the quad. If you drop all the games out, that number will actually go up. So they have a better chance than they did last year of going to the tournament because this time last year in the tournament in the Ken Palm they was in the hundreds and they was trying to work their way up. So this is when they started their run about this time last year.
Well, I hope they run, and start winning like a bunch of madmen. I'm wishing the Tigers luck. I hope that the frustration with Penny, especially around the city, all the way from Memphis to Knoxville,
I tell you one thing,
throughout the whole state, people upset
so much,
with him.
And he's not going to be in anymore, and we could be back to Tubby.
No, we ain't going to be back to
Tubby-like
Tubby.
program.
No.
A Tubby-like program.
No way, dude. Never.
All right.
Never.
Okay.
We're never letting Jay Morgan's old coach back in this city again, okay?
No, a Tubby-like program, not a Tubby coach, a Tubby-like program.
I got you.
Where no one cares about the program and 500 people will show up for a Tulane game.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, Terry D.
Yep.
I love the rainbows. I love the butterflies. And by the way, I'm going to officially call you. You're the person who made me start thinking about the Care Bear stare from when I was a kid. If you're ever upset, Terry Davis will give you the Care Bear stare, and he will make you feel good again. Terry, have a blessed one. Merry Christmas. I appreciate you so much. I'll talk to you before the big day. Is Santa Claus bringing you anything this year? Have you been good? Have you been naughty or nice?
Hopefully he don't bring me no COVID or nothing like that. I just stay away from me. Just don't bring me nothing, so I'm good.
Just don't bring you. Keep the vid away. That's what you want from Santa.
Keep everything away. Just keep me the way I am.
Terry, have a blessed one and Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas, man. Y'all be good and stay safe.
Thank you. That's Terry Davis, talking Tigers with him. Follow him at TerryD515. Again, a lot of people are hitting up the text line. Some agree with me. Some disagree with me. Some agree with Terry. Not that many, but most agree with just one simple thing. They're just frustrated, and I understand the frustration. 6-4 on the season. You get a big win. Momentum starts to swing your way, and then you just get your knees cut out from underneath you. It's got to hurt. Speaking of that, Chris Godwin, MRI. You know what it said? He's got an MCL strain, possible light tear. He's done for the rest of the season. That is the regular. They say he'll be back for the postseason, so Tom Brady will not look as trashy as he did on Sunday Night Football. Man, he couldn't hit anybody. He didn't have Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Mike Evans.
Leonard Fournette.
Gronk couldn't catch a pass last night. He had 5 drops. You know what it looked like to me? Throne game.
He's shaving points.
Shaving points, Tom Brady. We're not going to just know him as the GOAT, but also the boy who works for Vegas.
Like Paul Crewe in The Longest Yard.
The Paul Crewe in The Longest Yard and Tom Brady are the exact same. It's just one's not in the clank. Don't you dare touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
The Christmas sale is happening now at Family Leisure. Did you know that's where Santa goes to shop? Oh, yes. Why? Because arcades are up to 25% off. Air hockey and foosball tables, they start at just $149.99. You can get great deals on hot tubs and saunas. Let me tell you, that is perfect for the winter weather. Trampolines, up to 20% off. This is the best time to buy. Pool tables and shuffleboard tables in stock and ready for delivery. They're not waiting on a boat somewhere. Speaking of delivery, those schedules are filling up very, very fast. So reserve your date now, just in time for Christmas. It's the Family Leisure Christmas Sale. It's happening now. Remember, shop early, shop local, and shop where Santa shops. It's Family Leisure, Witten Road and I-40. It's where family and fun come together for the holidays. I was getting my coffee today, Jose, and I heard there's a new way to get our jobs done at a price we want to pay for them. Grow profits and find new workers.
Sure, boss.
I downloaded the ZipCat construction app, Jose. Used the work icon, created the job description, and priced it.
Yes, boss.
Another contractor will buy it, and we got 3 days to accept and mutually approve the job, Jose.
Sure thing.
New concept. No more estimates. We control our price with ZipCat. Contractors, plumbers, electricians, etc. Find jobs listed with ZipCat. That's ZipCat. Download the ZipCat app now for free on the App Store and Google Play. ZipCat app, the best tool in your toolbox.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free when you go to forhims.com/joy. That's right, free, zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, forhims.com/joy. That's forhims.com/joy for your free online visit. forhims.com/joy.
The Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat Big Finish Sales Event is back, and we're ready to put you in a new ride today. 2021 Chrysler 300 Touring, $469 a month. 2021 Jeep Cherokee Latitude Luxe, $475 a month. 2021 Dodge Charger, $497 a month. Plus 2021 Jeep Gladiator, we Gossett, $695 a month. Trade up to extra value and get more for your ride at Gossett Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. So pass the rest and come to the best during the Gossett Big Finish Sales Event or shop online, GossettMotorCars.net.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 75 months at 3.99 APR. Must finance with Chrysler Capital 300 MH644-839 MSRP 34,945. Charger MH647-808 MSRP 35,385. Cherokee MD 235-765 MSRP 33,305. Gladiator ML599-143 MSRP 45,140. Includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 1/2/21 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. A lot of people are out there confused, I found out, man. Thanks to Terry Davis who joined me on the other side. We talked to the Tigers in Tennessee and the whole COVID, the whole vid. And this is what I would like to explain because I got a great question. It says, how would this have played out differently if the two players had been vaccinated and still gotten COVID? It is not about the players that got COVID. And I'm going to say this as easily as I can.
I believe he also said that the two players that tested positive were vaccinated.
And again, it is nothing to do. If you test positive for the vid, you're not playing. But guess what? If the players were 90% vaccinated like they said, they could have played. Because if you're vaccinated and you test negative that morning, even though, because per rules of the NCAA, if you know what contact tracing is? I mean, everybody should know these things, right?
Only unvaccinated people.
So you got two people with the vid. You're in a closed room for 15 minutes or longer. This is per the NCAA. If you're in a room for longer than 15 minutes with a bunch of other people, if you test positive for the vid, then everybody else that is not vaccinated is automatically going into whatever you call protocols where it is that they can't play and you have to have like 3 negative tests and all this stuff.
2
negative tests. But if you were vaccinated, guess what? The Tigers could have played. They wouldn't have had Landers Nolley or Tyler Harris,
right,
but they would have had everybody else. But the fact that they could have only dressed 4 players.
Allegedly.
I don't know how allegedly this is.
Well, I mean that's what Penny Hardaway said, and he also said in that same press conference that
Allegedly, you're right.
that he lied before. So I have no reason to believe.
You know
him
what?
now.
Yeah, but he did come out and say that only 4 players could have played, basically saying that only 4 players, other than these 2 that have it, had been vaccinated. Again, this is called protocol and procedures that were set out by the beginning of the season by the NCAA.
I got a feeling that if he said before it was 90% vaccinated, and now it's, I know that's not the right percentage, but it's basically the other way, is 90% is unvaccinated. I got a feeling the truth lies somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If you wanted me to recklessly speculate, John, I would imagine they probably had 7 or 8 guys available to play. Do you think that's out of line?
70 players?
7 or 8 guys available to play.
Is that out of line? No.
I don't think so. I don't think it's 4, though. I don't think that's
true. If
true.
the Tigers would cut their rotation to 7 or 8, people would be freaking out and happy.
Well, there would have been a lot of walk-ons probably in that rotation.
Yeah, right. Oh, because we lost Harris. Look, Harris, the
well,
walk-on is not playing.
Well, but the real walk-ons.
Oh, okay. No, there's still plenty of talent. You'd had Duran, Amani. You'd had Lester, Dre, Malcolm, Alo. All these guys could have been out there balling, right? Josh?
Yeah. I got a feeling that there was more misspeaking than just saying 90% of the team was vaccinated.
Yes.
If I had to guess. If you're making me recklessly speculate.
Yes. Also, some Tennessee fans, Tigers should have been forced to take the L. I feel you on that one, Tennessee fan.
I don't think that's out of line either. I'm not saying that anybody's wrong or right when you talk about that situation, but, you know, maybe making someone forfeit is not the worst thing in the world.
Another person came in and said, COVID, all the rules that were set up before the season began were based on the information that we had at the moment. We didn't realize that it was going to evolve from the Delta to the Omicron variant in which people who are fully vaccinated can still test positive, even though they are fully vaccinated and feeling no symptoms. You can test positive for the Delta variant. You can get vaccinated and test positive. You just don't show as many symptoms.
Right.
And again, I think a lot of vaccinated players are spreading it to those who are unvaxxed.
We're protecting unvaccinated.
It is about protocol. And if you have a business, I had to get vaccinated and show my card so I could come to work.
Right.
If you're, have thousands of people buying season tickets and putting games on TV and doing all this stuff, there are protocols. It's just, listen, again, I am not mad if somebody does not get the vaccine. I'm mad when somebody lies about it. And then you go to Nashville and waste all your Christmas money, and you don't even get to celebrate Christmas now because you're broke and you didn't even see the Vols and the Tigers. Don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
For over 8 decades, America's farmers have counted on the Little Red Tractor from Case IH, the Farmall, to help them make short work of their demanding chores. Well, Mid-South Ag can show you they aren't just for farms anymore. With horsepower ranging from 30 to 105, plus an army of attachments, they can tackle every chore on your to-do list, from hauling and mowing to loading and towing and then some. Stop by Mid-South Ag Equipment or call 662-890-3141 to find a Case IH Farmall that's right for you.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. Can anyone explain to me why anyone would care how I measure your roof? We've all heard about measuring your roof from outer space. Well, to be honest, that's not possible. There are aerial pictures that can be taken every 4 years that can be used to measure most buildings, but it's not from outer space. Besides, no one, and I mean no one, can tell you what's wrong with your roof or even if you need one looking at pictures that could be 4 years old. If you'd rather do business with a family-owned and operated business with a lifelong tie to Memphis that refuses to mislead or use gimmicks, give us a call. Best products, best warranties, and the best service we know how to give. 5 Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Memphis Tigers home team. 5 Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5 Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you. Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? If your lights seem dim, it's probably time to change them. We can help you do the job right. If you do decide to change your lights, we've got reliable replacement lights waiting for you. We've even got headlight restoration kits that can have your existing lights shining brighter. You can get whatever you need fast with our next day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. It's a beautiful Monday. 5 days before the fat man comes down the chimney and we get all kinds of goodies.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. I hope I did make your Christmas a little bit more merry because, again, the show has won 16 games in a row. Team Money. Man, Team Money, if he would listen to me, my goodness, his kids actually would have a Christmas.
I trust Team Money. I think he'll turn it around.
I don't know. You think Uncle Bill Brasky is telling Team Money he's going to turn it around? Nope.
Didn't Bill Brasky went against Team Money a few times. So
Yeah.
Bill Brasky had a pretty good weekend.
Interesting stuff in sports. By the way, we've been talking a little bit about Penny. We talked about the Tigers. We are about to get off of that. And I did have a text come in and just basically said, it's just, I don't know, how do I say this? Brings up basically personal freedoms. And yes, I do understand that we live in America and we have a right to decide if we want to get vaxxed or not. But when you are Penny Hardaway and you represent a university, a city, a large swath of people, you're not supposed to be putting out misinformation. And as a leader of that team that is looking at the beginning of this season, do you remember how we talked about the Tigers? This is the team that's going to the Final Four. Elite 8 or bust. Definitely Sweet 16. They're 6-4. They just missed a wonderful opportunity, and the reason was that they missed it is not because 2 players tested positive. It's because the rest of the team had not been vaccinated, and due to contact tracing per NCAA rules, you cannot play. Therefore, they could only have had 4 players dress out. That's not enough to play basketball. Bad situation happened. I feel bad for the Tigers. I am not telling you have to go get vaccinated. I am not telling you that you're a better person if you get vaccinated. I am telling you, according to NCAA rules, that if you want a team to play, I mean, look how much different it is for vaccinated players and non-vaccinated players in the NFL. Look at the way it is in the NBA. Look how it was in baseball. Look how it is in the NCAA. Again, if the Tigers... And again, do you think I'm mad if Penny basically at the beginning of the year came out here and said 100%, look, only 4 dudes on our team have been vaccinated. or only 6 players have been vaccinated. The rest of them aren't going to. I'm not going to address this situation. Again, this is about personal freedom. You know what? I'd have been like, respect. Maybe I agree, maybe I don't. Who knows? But I would have at least respected him for being honest. But when you stand up and say that 90% of your team is vaccinated, and then on Saturday morning, early in the morning, when people are driving to Nashville, when people are in hotels, when people are waiting to play a game, when everybody from Tennessee is head down to Nashville, this is like the number 3 in the series of Tennessee and Memphis, and it gets canceled because you lied. That's where the anger lies. It's not because, look, we have to deal with COVID. We've been dealing with it for 2 damn years. But when you represent Memphis, an institution of higher learning, that's right, a college is still an institution of higher learning. Doesn't seem like the coaches know their head from their keister. You can't go out there and just lie to the people because you represent the city, the name on the front of the jersey, and you represent that school. And when you lie to its fan bases, you are going to reap a little. You reap what you sow. And, man, Penny should be feeling it because everybody I've talked to, other than a few text messages, which, again, out of like 50 text messages, like 4 of them are saying, I'm not mad at the Tigers. It's their personal freedom, blah, 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 blah. This is still America. Dude, I'm not saying it's nothing about personal freedom. It's about lying to a bunch of people in the city of Memphis. It's about misrepresenting the institution that you are working for. And I don't think the president, I don't think the higher-ups over there are probably too happy that Penny came out there and said, you know what, my team's 90% vaxxed. And then you find out that it's BS. And then he has to say that, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I haven't, since that day that I mentioned they were 90% vaxxed, I thought they were all going to get it. I was speaking in the future, baby.
Oh, okay.
And then I never addressed it again because you know what? Why would I think about addressing something like that? Something that could keep me out of the NCAA tournament. Something that could cost me to forfeit games.
John, you know what it seems like to me? When he said they were 90% vaccinated, it was very convenient for him at that point in time to say that. And I think yesterday it was very convenient for him, and Saturday for that matter, it was very convenient for him to everybody except for 4 guys be unvaccinated. So it seems like the quote-unquote truth out of the coach's mouth is just whatever convenient in the moment. That's reckless speculation.
It is. Now, you know what? It's not reckless speculation. That's actually kind of logic.
The only true thing I know out of this whole situation is that Penny Hardaway lied. And so I have to go out off of that.
That is, I think, what is that, a tautology? You're correct.
Sure. I'll take your word for it.
Fundamental logic, baby. I just, again, I'm not upset about this. Saturday, was I upset that I didn't get to watch the Tigers? Yes. As a Tiger fan.
It would have been a great game.
It would have been a great game. I wanted to see the Vols. I wanted to come in here and talk about what they did on the court. I know Rick Barnes and Penny are 2 different, like they are totally polar opposites. They don't really like each other all that much. It would have been a lot of fun for the fans, the city of Memphis. And again, I'm just upset today, not because his players are not vaxxed, but because, damn it, you lied to me.
I have a question for you. I want to attack it from the perspective that this has happened. It is what it is. Now, how do you do moving forward, specifically when it comes to this matchup, Tennessee versus Memphis in basketball? Rick Barnes is on the record wanting to only play neutral site every year. Penny Hardaway in the University of Memphis Athletic Department seems to be on the record wanting to do continuing to do this, but in a home-and-home style. Do you side with either one guy, or do you see both of their perspectives? And if you were in charge of the whole situation, how would you set it up? It sounds like a leadoff question.
Okay, hold up. Wait a second. You have to paint this picture again because either
that was a long-winded question.
I couldn't see the painting, or you look like more like what's the dude who does the dots? You look more like Salvador Dali.
Oh, I love Salvador Dali.
But that's not the one that does the dots. Who am I thinking of? Like the Lily Pond one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is called.
Damn it.
Or his name. Anyway, so let me paint it again then. So Rick Barnes wants to play neutral. Penny and Memphis want to play a home-and-home. They can't agree. They're at a stalemate. Do you side with either one of them, or do you see both of their perspectives? If you were in charge, how would you handle it?
Like a grown-up.
Oh, well said.
I would honestly, like I said, I understand Rick Barnes.
I understand Penny too, though. But that's also this is not exclusive to Tennessee and Memphis
No,
either.
it's not.
Every state institution that deals with like the big state institution versus smaller institution in the state, this is an ongoing battle in every state in the union. And the big schools always want to play neutral, and the smaller schools always want to play a home and home. Because a home and home is essentially the math
selling out for show.
And the math would dictate you go 1-1 in home and homes, right? You lose on the road, you win at home. Neutral site is far less predictable in that fashion. It's the better program will win more often, or they're equal programs, and it goes 50-50 that way. But home and homes, you can control the wins and losses a little better than you can neutral sites.
I understand why nobody wants to come and play in the FedEx Forum.
No one wants to go play anywhere on the road. It's hard.
It's hard to go play on the road in basketball.
Certainly when you're not playing another big league school, like in Arizona, where it matters a lot to people in this state that way.
By the way, Monet is the person that painted.
Oh, Monet. I love Monet.
I don't know how I forgot that. Thank you, Texter. Now I feel stupid.
I think though, I always side. This is not specific to Tennessee and Memphis, so I don't want. Even though I am captain of the Vol Navy, we decided on Friday, which
by the way, did you know that
was a very unfortunate.
By the way, little sidebar: do you know that Navy Schuler is going to go play quarterback for the Vols?
Wow!
Do you know who that is?
No, I have no idea who Navy Schuler is.
Heath Schuler's kid.
Oh, I know who Heath Schuler is.
And he named his kid's first name Navy. I wonder if it was after their little boat armada that was outside of Neyland Stadium.
So the Vol Navy can be captained by Navy.
Yeah.
But I always side in this debate with the bigger school. I think it's a great concession. You're willing to give fans a game. You just want to go play at a neutral site. And if it was Kansas, if it was California, if it was whatever state, I'm always going to side with the bigger team in that state. I think it's very short-sighted. The smaller schools always want to do a home and home. You have to understand why they don't want to do that.
The bigger schools, you mean?
Yeah, well, like in this case, Memphis wanting to do it home and home and refusing to go play neutral only, you have to understand Tennessee's perspective on that. Why they wouldn't want to give it. If you want to play, we'll play you, but let's make it a true test every year, not based on who has more fans there or if it's a whiteout or not. You know what I mean? There's too much randomness in playing home and homes.
This is where the thing is. I think the home and home is better. I think neutral site games only work when they are somebody like Memphis and Tennessee, because you have both fan bases migrate to go and see this amazing basketball game.
Has to be in-state.
It has to be an in-state thing. I kind of like the neutral for the in-state games.
Me too. I agree.
I really do. I mean, if Memphis is going to go play, Florida, I don't need them to meet in Atlanta.
That can be a home and home.
Home and home. I don't need them to meet in Atlanta. Atlanta's a pain, is an annoying flight. I know it's only 40 minutes, but damn, that airport drives me bananas. Memphis airport ain't that great either.
And then all that Atlanta traffic.
And then if I ain't driving 7.5 hours, that's for damn sure. I'm taking a 45-minute flight every day, all day.
But when it's just going to Nashville every year to play Tennessee, that's a game that both fan bases will make the trip for.
They would love to. I mean, and plus they can go get their Christmas shopping done because they got some dope malls up in Nashville. I don't know if you've been to Memphis malls lately.
I haven't, but that seems like it's a good reason why.
Tell you what, they ain't like Nashville malls.
No, the Opry Mills Mall.
Yeah, whatever. But there's also another one over there.
Really?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but they had this mall is so classy. They had valet parking. And what's that chick that does Monday Night Football?
Laura Rutledge.
No, the girl with the short skirt.
Oh, Paul
Underwood.
I don't know.
Carrie Underwood.
Oh, that's Sunday Night Football.
Whatever, Sunday Night Football, Monday night. Today's Monday. I'm sorry, you're right. Carrie Underwood was when you get valet parking and then you go into the mall and Carrie Underwood's walking out with a pair of boots. You mightn't be at the wrong mall.
That's how you know it's big time.
Yeah, it's big time.
Blake Shelton's in another store.
Oh man, yeah, that was. By the way, that's something that happened a couple weeks ago. Anyway,
really?
Oh yeah, didn't I tell you that my kids and never mind. Don't even worry about it. Nobody cares about this stuff. But people are texting me and they're saying this very simply. Who you picking today? Old Dominion or Tulsa? Tulsa, baby. Raiders or Browns? I got the games today. The Raiders. They do not have as many issues. Their owner is ticked off. I think their defense is about as basic as anybody's ever played in the National Football League. and I thought Baker Mayfield was going to tear him up. I thought Case Keenum would come in there and embarrass the Raiders secondary. But Nick Mullins, I don't know. If the Browns actually win this game, and they need it badly, and Nick Mullins goes out there and look good, how bad does this season go for Baker Mayfield?
I'm telling you what, he's got to be shaking in his boots. People are already making comparisons to him and guys like Tua and guys like Mac Jones. I mean, Mac Jones is playing well, but basically saying that his success is all based upon a system and a scheme. And so if Case Keenum, who we've already seen come in and win a game, right? Didn't do that, and then Nick Mullins can come in and win games. Baker Mayfield's got to be a little concerned about his franchise value going forward.
I think you're exactly right. And I will say this. I think the Raiders at 4 o'clock today start things off pretty hot, and I think they take care of business.
Feeling hot, hot, hot.
And I think the Raiders are the favorite. By the way, that damn line has already moved to 3. I should have played it already.
It moved 6 points this morning.
Man, I'm so mad at myself. It was 2.5 earlier, and I should have done an in-game bet.
Maybe it'll go back down, though.
I doubt it.
Oh, you don't think people believe in Nick?
You think a lot of people are jumping on the Brown frown?
Oh, they love Nick. What? 3 at a home game. 3 points in a home game.
I don't like it.
Huh.
You got COVID you got vaccine issues. I mean, you got COVID issues all over the deadgum place for the Browns. They tried to help them out a little bit, but they won't have their quarterbacks. I think Nick Mullins is going to go get smoked. I think the Raiders defense, even though they are trash, can stop them. I think Derek Carr puts up plenty of points. And I think that the Raiders walk away with the easy win today.
Oh, the Autumn Wind is a Raider. Did you know that?
Who?
The Autumn Wind, it's a Raider. You know the old poem, The Autumn Wind is a Raider, blustering in from sea.
Look, I've seen paintings. I hadn't read that much in my life, unless it was by like a sports journalist.
I'll play that song on the next break.
Okay, sounds good. By the way, though, also the big game that I think you need to bet on is today. And I think Tulsa, we've seen a lot of underdogs go crazy banana sandwiches here in the early bowl season. It happens every single year. But I love the favorite today. Why do I love the favorite? For many reasons. One, if you look at Tulsa.
For many reasons.
If you look at this Tulsa team, they rush for just slight of 300 yards against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's playing Alabama in the championship, 4th team in the country. They played The Ohio State. They played Houston. They played Oklahoma State. Tulsa, they're going to run roughshod all over Old Dominion. And remember this, the only person that just can keep on winning against the number, that is Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Old Dominion is in their last 5 games against the spread. They are 5-0 on the field and in the books. They changed quarterbacks, and it's been a good thing for Old Dominion. But they ain't Tulsa.
They had 350 yards against Oklahoma State, Tulsa did.
Yeah, and Oklahoma State's known for what?
Defense.
By the way, the Big 12 this year being known for defense has got me all messed up.
Wow, they had 500 yards against Ohio State, who they lost by 21 against. But Ohio State's a great team. They
didn't have the secondary to stay with Ohio State, CJ. That game got out of hand. But again, Tulsa, much tougher schedule. It's the only bowl game that's on. It's at 1:30 today.
Oh, coming up here soon.
Yes. We got T-minus 1 hour and 13 minutes till kickoff.
Great math.
Get Tulsa. By the way, the cool thing is, do you know this thing was at 9 when I woke up?
No way.
Yeah, it was. You know what it is right now?
What?
7.5.
That's why I just saw 7.5. I can't believe it was at 9 this morning.
People back in the wrong side. In the Myrtle Beach Bowl, we are going to make some cash on Tulsa today. And then in the NFL, we're making cash on the Brown Frown, losing to the Raiders. Go ahead and lay the 3 if you have to. Try to get it 2.5, but lay the 3. You'll be all right.
I would prefer 2.5.
I would too.
3's scary.
And then tonight, you know what I think? I like the Bears.
Oh, the Bears.
Dude, the Bears
down,
at home.
Chicago Bears.
You saw what Detroit did yesterday.
Yeah, they won.
You saw what the Saints did to the Bucks.
They divisional games.
Man, right before the holidays, man, these guys want to go home and celebrate Christmas, eat turkey, and they want to not practice, and they want to feel free.
Yeah, 7-point favorites in a divisional game on the road for the Vikings, who I know the Vikings have looked good. Kirk Cousins MVP maybe, but you don't agree?
No.
Who is your MVP? Tom Brady? Or is he washed?
Did you see Tom Brady last night?
That's 1 week, though, John. Tom Brady's been incredible this year.
Jonathan
Taylor. What about Jonathan Taylor? MVP.
Dude.
Running back MVP?
Do you know what's sad about what you just said?
What's that?
Jonathan Taylor's still 5th on the list for MVP.
That's ridiculous. He's been unbelievable all year. Let me look up his stats.
Yeah, he's been out of control. I would say Jonathan Taylor's up there. Problem is, Nobody that's not a quarterback has won the MVP since LT. LaDainley and Tomlinson. You know what I mean? LT, baby, for the Chargers back in the day, got the MVP. But every year since then, it's been a quarterback. And be honest with you, man, people keep talking Tom Brady. What about Aaron Rodgers? He's playing on a hurt toe. His toe hurts.
Jonathan Taylor has 9 touchdowns in the last 5 games. 10 touchdowns in the last 5 games.
Do you want to know something crazy, though? Do you know who the best running back was yesterday?
Who?
It was somebody. Dude, please help me out. I need you.
10 rushing touchdowns. I'm sorry.
Somebody went absolutely banana sandwiches this weekend. They weren't even like on the squad, and they led the entire league in running. And I want to say, man, it couldn't have been here. Was it Miami's running back?
Not Myles Gaskin. They played 2 running backs.
No, I'm talking about was it Duke Johnson? I know he had 2 touchdowns and 100-something yards. Fantasy football people, they know. Hit me up at 901-360-8255. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Fantasy footballers, they know the business. Again, for all you who like to bet, we're taking Tulsa. We're laying the points. We're taking the Raiders and laying the points, and we're taking the Bears plus the points tonight. As a bunch of dogs came in yesterday, I think 2 favorites come in early, and then we get a dog tonight. Speaking of a dog, Dak Prescott. Sure doesn't look like the Cadillac he did at the beginning of the year.
So Jonathan Taylor led the week in rushing with 170 yards. However, Craig Reynolds yesterday had 112 yards. Jeff Wilson Jr. had 110 yards. Deontay Foreman had 108 yards for the Titans. And Duke Johnson had 107 yards yesterday, so he was up there as well.
Fantasy football week 15 leaders. Now you're going to make me Google this, I bet.
You wanted fantasy specifically. I apologize.
Yeah, I wanted to know, which running back led Week 15. Because I thought Jonathan Taylor, after what he did on Thursday night, it was over. It was Duke Johnson.
It was Duke Johnson, okay.
See, hey, man, you know what? My brain works a little bit. Duke Johnson was the high scorer in fantasy football for the Miami Dolphins. Oh, I guess if you just put any offensive team against the Jets, you're probably going to do pretty well. Now, go ahead.
Jets defense is bad.
Now, speaking of something that is important, did you hear about a little SEC move?
No.
You know where Bo Nix is going, don't you?
Oh, I did hear this.
He's going out to get some of that Nike money. He's headed out to Oregon. Do you think he's going out there for the hippie lettuce or the Nike money?
The both. I thought he was trying to kind of finagle a way for his dad to be a coach somewhere is the news that I heard. So I was a little bit interested to see him go into another Power 5
I remember
institution.
when you made that stupid comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm just trying to disseminate information on the radio, as is my job.
That wild speculation. I'm like, dude, he ain't going to go. He played at Auburn. You think he's going to leave Auburn to go to some little bitty D2 school, D3?
Well, it wasn't D3. It was still
FCS.
No, it was still FBS. It was just a smaller school. Hey, Jeff Driscoll famously transferred from Florida to where'd he go? Louisiana Tech. He finished up, right? Jacoby Brissett started at Florida, went to NC State. I think that's still a Power 5 school, though. Anyway, John, you were saying.
No, I'm listening to your geniusness.
Thank you.
Bo Nix, man. Do you think is he closer to an Anthony Brown or, let's say, Marcus Mariota?
Who? Bo Nix?
Mm-hmm.
I love Marcus Mariota.
Okay, so he's definitely not Marcus Mariota. He's not Joey Harrington. He's not Justin Herbert. He's closer to Anthony Brown.
I just got some Auburn information from a buddy of mine. The coordinator that came to him that recruited him to go to Auburn is the Oregon offensive coordinator.
Yes,
Kenny Dillingham,
the new offensive coordinator. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I knew that off the top of my head. I did not read a text message from one of my friends.
Well, I will say, I don't know, man. Bo going out to Oregon is kind of like one of those things where it's just going to be weird seeing him in a different uniform, and I'm just wondering if he goes out there and dominates the Pac-12.
Oh, the Pac-12. The football's a little bit different out west, John.
It is a little bit different. It's a lot different. By the way, little NFL action again from this week. It was absolutely crazy. And you saw last night Tom Brady look really bad, very pedestrian. Gronk couldn't catch a ball to save his deadgum life. Chris Godwin has an MCL strain. He's out for the rest of the regular season. Mike Evans is banged up. Antonio Brown will be back next week, it looks like. That's a big thing for Tom Brady.
Huge.
But, man, Chris Godwin going out, that is a little bit of some pain.
And Fournette, too. You know what I mean? I mean, that's big. Think about how much better he is as a pass-catching back this year and how much of an impact he has with Tom Brady in that way.
It's amazing how bad Fournette was in Jacksonville, and you take him out of Jacksonville, and he actually gets his career back.
No, so maybe it's trade Trevor Lawrence is what I'm hearing.
Trade him for Gardner Minshew
Or
to
he
the
should
Eagles.
Or he should just leave.
Just
pack up his belongings and say,
bounce.
I'm not going to be here anymore.
Yeah, by the way, think about it, kissing your sister. Saints 9, Bucks 0, Sunday Night Football. How boring was that game for you?
Well, it wasn't a tie. No one kissed their sister. But it was boring. You know, John, it was so boring that I did not watch it. I was watching basketball. I watched pretty much all basketball yesterday. I watched 2 football games, I think, maybe 3 football games. It was the lowest amount of football I've watched on a Sunday this season.
Well,
I know you're probably disappointed in me, but at least I'm honest with you.
No, at least you're not Penny Hardaway.
At least I'm not lying. Or misspeaking, I should say.
Now, speaking of all the stuff that happened in the National Football League, the Titans, they fell apart against the Steelers. The Steelers team is going to make me and Gabe Kuhn fight before the year's over.
I've never been under 500 under Mike Tomlin.
Oh,
Not once.
Gosh.
Never been under 500 with Mike Tomlin.
Dude,
and I thought this was the year it was going to happen.
They've got to win 9 games for me to lose, okay? Do you know that? They have 7 wins. They have 3 games left.
Who are
they
they
have
against?
The Ravens, the Browns, and the Chiefs this week. Are they going to win 2 out of their last 3?
No.
I don't think so either. I think I'm going to win, but it's so dead gum close. The Titans were up 13-0 yesterday.
I think the Steelers could lose all 3. I think, what's the best win? The best opportunity? The Ravens?
No, they ain't going to beat the Ravens last game of the year.
In
Baltimore?
The Ravens are last. I thought that was the next one. So you think the Browns is the best chance?
Yeah, of course, the Browns frown. You get them in between, you'll beat the Browns.
Out of divisional game, John.
Dude, you can toss
Anything
out
can
the
happen.
records. It's set for the Browns record. The record is trash in the division and basically against everybody else except for last year. Stefanski actually was coach of the year last year. It's kind of hard to believe. Now, we did have a scary thing that happened yesterday. Did you see Teddy Bridgewater?
Oh, yeah. Not moving.
Damn, he hit his head hard, didn't he?
Really hard. Well, I don't think he hit his head that hard. It looked like he almost pinched his head into his neck. You know what I mean? Like it almost looked like it scrunched his spine. It was gross.
Like you think it like the little side shot when he hit the ground. I couldn't tell if it was dude. I just know he was lifeless on I thought he was dead.
Well, I didn't have to watch it very long because Red Zen whisked me away to a Davis Mills press conference, so I didn't have to see it anymore.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, thanks Red Zen for never letting me watch injuries.
By the way, how sad is it if you're Trevor Lawrence that you just lost to Davis Mills?
Oh, I mean, Davis Mills, don't underestimate. People were talking yesterday, is Davis Mills going to be a long-term quarterback in this league? He's only a rookie. And I'll tell you what, John, I've seen rookies look worse.
I have too. I've seen rookies look worse.
You know?
We'll see.
Especially rookies that you didn't have to have any expectations for it playing a single down of football this year.
Well, we also have football tomorrow. Seahawks and the Rams at 6 o'clock on Fox. We got Washington and the Eagles also tomorrow at 6 o'clock. 2 actually pretty good games. I'm looking forward to them. But today we have 2 NFL games, 1 college game. Get your game in. Tulsa, minus 7.5 currently. Lock and load. Tulsa's going to beat the brakes off Old Dominion.
Oh, buddy.
It's on. The Old Dominion's playing football. This ain't basketball, baby.
The Monarchs.
The Monarchs. We'll be back in 2 shakes. Always remember one thing, though. I don't get to do any of this without my wonderful sponsors, and one of my favorite sponsors is Frontier Western Store. Why do I like them so much? Because I like to look good. I head on down to 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. I can get all of my jeans. I get my boots. I get my shirts. I get my girlfriend something. I get my parents something. My grandkids and my kids, because they got everything. They got a ladies' boutique, children's department. They got a huge boot showroom with all the boots you could think of. They have everything you need at Frontier Western Store. Check them out, 5880 Goodman Road, down in Olive Branch. Again, they're open 9 to 7 Monday through Saturday, 1 to 6 on Sunday. Or shop 24/7, 365 at FrontierWesternStore.com. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes from Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Get ready to command the season in your new Kia from Gossett Kia on the Pike. All with Kia's year-end push and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty to back them up. 2022 Kia Forte 41 MPG $179, only $27.99 due at signing. Or 2022 Kia Sportage LX front-wheel drive $199 a month. Or 2022 Kia Sorento $279 a month, both only $34.99 due at signing, all 36-month leases. If you're ready to end the year in a big way, come see Bobby J today. He's ready to buy your sleigh and put you in a new Kia. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sorrento NGO 92178, MSRP $30,875. Sportage N 7017,625, MSRP $25,815. Forte $84,29,506, MSRP $21,035. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 103/21. Dealer stock only.
It's time to call Doug and Colin Brown for your house. Looking to buy or sell a home in Mississippi? Rely on Doug and Colin Brown, $1 Million Realtors at Regency Realty in Mississippi. This father-son combo will help you find your next dream home. With decades of experience, Doug and Colin Brown put honesty, integrity, and clients first. Call Doug and Colin Brown in Mississippi at 901-598-9168. Regency Realty, 901-350-5050.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash with a silver hat about his head and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Dude, I like that. I got to give you a little bit of love. That wasn't that bad for somebody that, what was that called?
The Autumn Wind.
Interesting. So the autumn wind's a raider and a monarch and all kinds of stuff.
It's not a monarch. It's a pirate.
Pirate, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, point is, parlay Vegas minus 150 on the money line. You can get right now the Golden Hurricanes. The Golden Showers are going to be raining money all over the place today. Minus 300, 2-game parlay. Hit you back pretty fair. In fact, let's see. A 150 bet will return you 150. So you can win it's plus 200. Not bad. I can't complain. Also, though, I'm laying the minus 7.5. What do you think?
I like it.
Do you like
I'm just blindly agreeing with you.
On-air bets?
I love on-air bets.
I do too.
But I'm not the college football expert out of the two of us. I yield to you when it comes to that. So I just kind of blindly agree with whatever you tell me when it comes to college football.
I love this guy. Blindly agree with anything I say.
Please. You've proven it, John.
Yes, I have. You know who else has proven basically everything to the Mid-South? He proved that he was the best because he is the best. And you know who that is, don't you? Brian Elder. Brian Elder is your Mid-South roofing repair professional. Nobody does it better than Brian Elder, and you can check him out online at brianelderroofing.com. You can call him at 901-867-0303. That's 901-867-0303. Residential, commercial, he's got you covered. He'll measure your roof from outer space. He's the best commercial and residential roofing contractor in Memphis, bar none. No questions asked, warranty guaranteed. Of course, he's licensed, bonded, and insured. Check him out online, brianelderroofing.com, or call him, 901-867-0303. Let him love on your roof. Let's go to Hardenwood.
This is Access Hardenwood.
All right, I got a weird question for you.
Okay.
Why is the dumbest thing that Bo Nix is going to play for Oregon? Why is that a bad situation?
I don't know. Tell me.
Because do you know Oregon plays Georgia next year?
Wow, so he doesn't get to escape the monsters.
No, because he's lost all 3 games in his career that he's played up against Georgia.
Well, maybe it's his teammates' fault though.
So he has here's him against, by the way, the Bulldogs and Dan Lanning's forward defense. 56% completion rating, 5 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 34 rushing yards on 37 attempts. That's less than 1 yard per carry. 9 sacks, 3 losses, and a couple fumbles lost. Outscored by an average of 17.3 points per game. Do you see him changing colors and all of a sudden playing better against the Georgia Bulldogs next year?
I mean, I don't know.
Hell no. The dude is not going to... Dude, no. Not.
I don't know. I saw Bo Nix look pretty good sometimes this year. Bo Nix is kind of like Carson Wentz.
Bo Nix looked like Johnny Manziel on his good days, and he looked like Bo Nix on his bad days.
Yeah, he's like Carson Wentz. You know, he either looks like the greatest ever or the worst ever.
That's a really good analogy.
So,
that.
Maybe all he needs is one hot game
Great
against
comparison.
those Bulldogs, and he's rolling, you know?
If you say so.
John, I have another Hardenwood. This one's a little weird because it's an audio Hardenwood. Okay?
An audio Hardenwood?
It is. So I'm going to have to play with it a little bit, but I got it. It's really good.
You're going to have to play with it a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, You heard it first here.
Theater of the mind, you know. So, John, this weekend I'm watching the Pistons basketball game, and they're playing in Detroit. And if you have League Pass, they don't do commercials, right? Instead of commercials, you see whatever's on the screen at the arena, you know? So it's like it feels like you're there. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah. So the Pistons, during halftime, they're showing their halftime show, and it's these guys called AUX 88. And I'm going to play you a little snippet of what I heard from them.
So this is the halftime show.
This is the halftime show. It's called AUX 88. You ready?
Let's do it.
Oh no, I lost it. Here we go. Oh,
that sounds like our music.
I told you I'm gonna have to play with it for a minute.
Ugh.
Okay, now I got it.
God, you should be better. You're 25.
The sequence. With Detroit Tech, no.
I'm not sure what this is.
Driving the computer. It's time to let go.
It's some electric band from Detroit.
Driving the mix with the reverb room.
They're both dressed like Morpheus from The Matrix.
And Morpheus isn't even in the new Matrix.
He's not?
No. Lawrence Fishburne did a whole press release about They didn't ask him to be in the new Matrix.
Really?
Yeah, so there's no Morpheus, bro. They shouldn't be dressed like Morpheus. And by the way, you know that I could have done that back in the day. There was this little bitty little keyboard we got that you could record things and push buttons and it would make beats and sound. Sounded just like that.
Yeah, no, and I tweeted out that video, and someone responded to me on Twitter. Some random guy, they're like, they're legendary in the Detroit electric music scene.
I didn't know that Detroit had a legendary electric
I
music
didn't
scene.
know that either.
Is that called EDM?
Yeah, but I don't think that was EDM. EDM is more like the beat drops. That was just like old school. That was very old school electric music.
Sounded like they had literally the keyboard from when I was 7 years old.
They played 3 songs, and each one was phenomenal. I mean, in a weird way, maybe a bad way.
Man, it sounds like a bad way. Now, speaking of some bad stuff, by any chance did you see the Jake Paul fight?
Oh yeah. I actually watched the UFC fight that night, which I liked a lot better, but I did see the Jake Paul fight.
He knocked the hell out of dude. Tyron Woodley got knocked the bleep out. But why did he take his hands down?
I don't know.
Dude, you can tell he's not a boxer. You got to protect the dome.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
Got to protect the dome.
John, that's your home, right? If you go to the store, you have to go right back home. Because if you stop off, someone's going to come to your house and steal from you.
Yep.
So you got to leave home, you got to go right back home. That's my boxing tips to everybody.
Well, yeah, make sure that you've been throwing them hands. Jake Paul's been throwing them hands.
How about fight a boxer?
But I will tell you this. Yes, I want him to fight a boxer. But did you see him party in Miami?
No.
I have to say, Jake Paul is a really bad dancer.
Really?
Yeah, he had 5-0 biatch on a big old poster down in Miami Club. He was dancing his face off, doing Jake Paul things.
So what if he lost?
Because
they already had the poster made.
You know what? It's a great question. That's a great question.
Is it like the T-shirts for the losing team in the Super Bowl? They ship them off to a small place so someone can use this sign in a small country in Africa.
Send it to Indonesia. They don't know. They don't know that the Bills lost 3 Super Bowls in a row.
They don't know that Jake Paul is 5-0.
Hey, Bills are Super Bowl champs according to their shirts.
I'm so surprised, John. I think I'm a young person. Would you agree?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, well, I'm not.
You're younger than my daughter, so yes.
I'm not as young as most young people.
One daughter.
Because young people, younger than me, love the Jake Paul fights. Those fights have outdrawn the latest Canelo fight, the last the biggest of the last year, biggest UFC draw, outdrew that. Young people love Jake Paul. People that don't like boxing, people that don't necessarily even like sports, all young people, it's a spectacle. They all gather around to watch Jake Paul fight. I marvel at it. I think it's incredible. Not even in a good way necessarily. You know what I mean? It's just wild that people care that much. Don't you think? How much do you care about Jake Paul fighting? Seriously, not that you don't care because it's a big deal, but
I don't care.
Exactly.
I'm more mad that this man bought a $225,000 chain that said "Problem Child" with diamonds in it because he has that much money. I'm more mad that this moron just bought a fat mansion in Puerto Rico. I'm more mad that his girlfriend is smoking hot because I'm jealous.
So why do kids, even teenagers, 20-year-olds, why do they love it so much?
By the way, do you not remember when you were, was not far, but remember when you were a child and you were just kind of a big nerd? Remember there's a lot of women out there. There's a lot of women out there who used to worship New Kids on the Block.
Oh, man.
Do you think they're out there admitting it?
That's different, though, John. But that's different. That's like music scene. That's normal. This is a pay-per-view event. You know what I mean?
How many kids are out there celebrating that their favorite movie was show was Hannah Montana? You grow out of things.
But people weren't gathering around together. And, you know what I mean? This is different. I don't think there's a comparison you can make to this.
So Jake Paul is up there with, T Swift?
Yeah, but it's different because of how many people that age.
So is he Kim K?
Maybe. But I don't know if we've ever watched Kim K like that do anything. There's never been a one-time event of Keeping Up with the Kardashians that everybody gathered around to watch.
The Caitlyn Jenner episode where Bruce went from Caitlyn, that was must-watch TV.
Oh, I've seen that episode.
Yeah, everybody has. It's kind of like everybody watched the last episode of MASH.
That's a great example.
You know.
But that's not something you grow out of.
No, you don't.
You know? So I can't explain why people like Jake Paul watching him fight.
I can't either, but I also can't explain Kevin Durant. Did you see what he did this weekend?
Oh my God! Well, all week. Oh, wait, what did he do this weekend?
Oh God, this is just Kevin Durant being a troll.
Because last week he had the greatest single week of basketball in the history of the NBA.
He's great on the court. I didn't say he wasn't. It's his behavior off the court on the Twitter.
Like he's always fun of a kid on Twitter DMs. This weekend. He made fun of a kid on Twitter.
He's bringing two women to the same date to see which one works out better.
That's a good move. Honestly.
By the way, the one that leaves is probably the one that you should probably chase after.
Well, that's always.
But he always stayed with the one that stayed.
You always want what you can't have.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. Well, Kevin Durant went on Twitter and basically, dude, there's a couple, a lot of people follow Kevin Durant on Twitter.
I follow Kevin Durant on Twitter.
So if you have not seen this tweet, which is pretty sad, Overtime, they tweeted out.
Oh, I liked this.
This move is tough.
It is trash, though.
Now, hold up. Dude, okay, listen.
And then someone responded, it's like, he's just a kid.
It's a double dribble. I know. Okay?
Well, and also,
they went
he doesn't,
behind the back.
He doesn't go anywhere.
No, yes, and missed the shot.
And, forget, what if even if he made it, he didn't go anywhere.
The fact that the dudes in the stripes did not see the double dribble, that's the magic in itself.
Yeah. It looks like it's like a rec league game, honestly.
Well, Kevin Durant
said this ish stinks.
This ish stinks.
It does stink. He's right. And then someone replied and said,
and I'm with that person. Kevin Durant does not need to be commenting on 8-year-old basketball.
Well, it's also overtime tweeted, so it's not like he was commenting on the kid's tweet itself. It was
so
like a
you
basketball.
Don't think that you didn't notice all the DMs from the overtime were like that kid, his family, all the kids' teammates, the kids from their high school, and then Kevin Durant tweets it after oh my God, look, you're famous, you're Twitter famous.
Well,
now you're really Twitter famous because everybody says your move is ish.
He didn't have to say it like that. It was a very aggressive way to say it, but
just say. It looked like a double dribble. Looked like a double dribble.
And then, I don't even think he was commenting on the double dribble. I think he was commenting more on just the move itself, and that it's just not a good move. And then one guy responded, "He's just a kid, champ," and KD retweeted that. So at least Kevin Durant knew it. He just wanted to say, "Not a good move, man."
Yeah.
And maybe he just says that ish as though as other people would say,
no.
This thing.
No.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No. When you throw out ish, you're being specific. You're saying let me tell you, this ish ain't working.
Yeah,
you don't say. Working. If I just said to you, by the way, you are not any good at your job.
I can't argue with that.
If I came up to you and said, what kind of ish is this? You suck. Do you see the difference?
Yeah, you're right.
One's a little bit meaner, and one's hey man. Pick it up, bucko.
Both probably accurate, though.
No, you're actually great at your job.
Thanks, John.
By the way, have you ever heard of Cowboy for Life?
No.
You've never heard of that? Cowboy Up? If you're a Cowboy fan, you're Cowboy for life.
Oh, okay.
Jalen Smith, I think, agrees with that. Did you see him celebrating the Cowboys at the very end of the game? He's now a New York Giants linebacker. But he was celebrating with the Cowboys fans for beating the Giants yesterday. Not even the Giants like the Giants.
The Giants are very inept. Although I heard this take yesterday. We got to go to break. I'm rambling. But do you think people in New York, would you rather be a Jets fan or a Giants fan? I think Giants at least have a couple of Super Bowls. But even today, even if you started today,
yeah, but you got Broadway
I think I'd rather
Joe
be the
wearing
Giants.
the fur coat. You know what I mean? Like the Eli Manning, pouty face Eli throwing that ball, getting caught on the helmet. Man, I don't know.
Pouty face.
Pouty face. He did drop Tom Brady though twice. The quote GOAT. The GOAT was trash last night, but you know what? It's okay, because guess what? I had the Saints. Speaking of winners, we're taking Tulsa. We're taking the Raiders. We're taking the Bears. Don't you dare touch that dial. Coming back to close things out. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
This is Anthony Sane from Sports 56 Grind Time. I want to wish all of you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Have a great holiday season and join Peter Evanston and me for Sports 56 Grind Time from 1 to 3 p.m. weekday afternoons right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. Did you notice your water heater not heating as well last winter? During the cold winter months, the groundwater is colder and requires more energy to heat the water, and sometimes old, inefficient tank water heaters just can't keep up. It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. Conway Services is making now the perfect time for a new tankless water heater with 12 months interest free, or I'll pay you $250 for that old tank water heater. Plus, the energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier tankless water heater professionals at 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Ho, ho, ho! Santa needs a new set of wheels, and he's going to Sunrise Chevy Buick GMC. Sunrise has hundreds of new and used cars and trucks. Ho, 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 ho. This time of the year, Santa's a little strapped for cash, but Sunrise has financing with no money down on approved credit. Sunrise has financing for everyone and specializes in secondary credit. The home of guaranteed credit approval. That's good, because feeding all these elves, Santa's credit's not so hot. Ho, 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 ho. A $4 million used car inventory. Find new roads. SunriseMemphis.com. 385 in Houston, Levy, and Collierville. Ho, 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 ho.
The soothing scent of Vicks Vapor Rub. It's only one of the most iconic smells ever. That cooling, comforting scent generations of families have come to trust to help them feel better. And now you trust to soothe your family. Pick up some Vicks Vapor Rub in the little blue jar and wrap yourself with the calm only Vicks Vapor Rub can bring. Vicks Vapor Rub, always there for you.
Need to sell your home? You're in luck because I buy houses. All you have to do is call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pin, 901-406-1101, or just save it in your phone. Bill at I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses buys houses in any area, in any condition, at any time, as simple as that. I Buy Houses is guaranteed to close in 5 days. So if you need your cash fast, just call Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Has your house been on the market? Were you just tired of renters? Or is it just time to start over? Well, avoid repairing, cleaning, painting, and prepping your house. Just pick up the phone and call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses. If you're in Southwind, South Memphis, North Mississippi, North Memphis, Collierville, if you can hear this, just call my friend Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour of Sports 56 Happy Hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I am your buddy Johnny Radio. 5 days till Christmas, baby. Speaking of 5 days till Christmas and something that's very important, is there a show that you watch every year because of Christmas, Mr. J. Morgan? You watch basketball every single Christmas, don't you?
Yeah, but that's not a show.
It is a show.
I actually put together, this is long-winded, I put together a Christmas playlist of shows. Never mind, John, we don't need to get into it. No. Do you watch a Christmas thing every year, John?
I do.
What is that?
I watch every year 2 movies. You know who Ralphie is, A Christmas Story?
Of course.
Dude, when the chicken gets taken by the dogs and they go and get the duck, frigga, fragga, and the guy's beating the guy with the red hair up, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I love A Christmas Story.
Classic.
Plus, it's just like the leg lamp. Like, the way the dude's rubbing the leg lamp. And then
who of us haven't been there?
She breaks his leg lamp.
That was my first love of
By the
leg
way, do you
lamp.
know how to spell fragile or fragile? I love that show. But I also watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, it is a Wonderful Life.
Like, because that movie just sticks with me, man. Now, the other ones, I'm not really down. I watch a lot of basketball, but this year, the reason I bring it up, because do you know that on Christmas Eve, we have the Tigers playing Hawaii?
Oh, the Rainbow Warriors.
The Warriors. And did you know that on Christmas Day, not only do we have NBA basketball, maybe, because right now the NBA is going through a little COVID situation, but we definitely, unequivocally, are going to have what? We're going to have football. Did you know that we're having football on Christmas Day?
Really? Well, you told me that earlier, so yes, I did know that.
Sometimes I think I'm going to have to take you down. I'm going to have to beat you around. But yes, we have 2 games, and it's the Brown playing the Packers on Christmas Day from Lambeau at 3:30. And then that night, you get the Colts and the Cardinals. I think we got 2 teams going in different directions. I think the Cardinals are in trouble. By the way, right now, the early line for Christmas Day games, Arizona's the 1-point favorite over the Colts at home. That looks like a setup.
Maybe.
You're going to say Arizona at home, who's 10-4, after coming off an embarrassing loss to Detroit on Christmas Day?
I think they're frauds.
Only a 1-point favorite?
Frauds.
So you're taking Carson Wentz over Kyler Murray.
Well, hopefully.
Jonathan Taylor over James
There
Conner.
you go.
Yeah, JT. Plus that Colts defense is playing well. But then the Brown frown and the Packers, I think you should take this today. Take the Packers minus 7.5 today. Because by kick, that sucker is at 9.5. Whew. And then we have also the day before Christmas Eve, we have the 49ers heading to Nashville to take on the Titans. Now, teams going to Nashville haven't fared very well. Ask Memphis and the Vols. Oh, hopefully we'll get to play that game. But anyway, I hope y'all had a great day. I really am serious about the Golden Showers. Take them. They start in 35 minutes. We're taking the Golden Showers over Old Dominion, and they're the Monarchs, right?
That's right.
Golden Shower all over a Monarch today. How many times do you get to do that? Today at 1:30 you do.
I've never made a golden shower on a Monarch. So.
I know, dude. I feel pretty powerful about this one. Take Tulsa, minus 7.5.
And a Monarch's a king, so I mean.
Yes. And by the way, the Raiders, they're going to slap the tar out of Nick Mullins' Browns.
The autumn wind is a Raider.
And I'm taking the Raiders and Derek Carr over Nick Mullins. I'm also tonight taking them Bears at home on Monday Night Football against the Vikings. You know what's cool? You can check all the action. Vikings at the Bears right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM. But until tomorrow, get out there, make the world a better place. We're going to see you on the flip side. Peace.